a gentle guide and light to me and you. But on Mars he likes his women if they walk or if they're swimming or if they got 6 arms instead of 2.
Second verse is better.
Yeah. The skipper likes his liquor by the quart. Yeah, he'd go from Mars to Venus for a snort. He'll drink rocket fuel and...
Well, hi, Skipper. Didn't see you come in.
You were too busy, eh? Who's watching the gauge?
I got an eye on it. Don't you fret none.
Riesling, I'm going to fix it so you couldn't get a space berth on a rocket-powered pogo stick. You're logged. Report to Casey under arrest.
I don't rightly think I will, Skipper.
You what?
Well, you kind of forget, Skipper. According to Space Code, you can't remove a jet man till the end of the watch, right?
You tell me Riesling, your shift is over at 2300. And I'll see you ride the rest of the way in slop locker.
Maybe. In the meantime, you clear out of my power room. I gotta make me up a third verse from a song.
Yeah, I got it. Power room.
Vamp number 2, appoint.
Number 2, I...
Hold on, Hertzman. Jimmy Legs, is that force-drive boil up there?
Give me that, Casey. Riesling, I've taken about enough from you.
And I got a little news for you, Skipper. Number 2 jet is bulging like a fat lady in a satin skirt.
Listen, you clown. Vamp number 2, appoint.
Ah, sure. Look out, Hertzman, I'll take it. You watch the gauge. Now.
He's riding easy here.
It's bucking a little.
What? Riesling,
hit the emergency!
All right.
She won't dare if it's that warp.
Yeah.
There go the lights. Duck her!
Ah,
Duck!
Riesling!
Stay down behind the baffle. I gotta take a look.
It's radioactive. Look out.
I've gotta fish the hot stuff out of the tube.
What's going on down there?
Shut up, Jimmy Legs. I'm busy. She's tight now.
What happened?
Number 2 blew, you lunk-headed space rat.
You all right?
A little sunburn. Lights are gone. What's the matter with the emergency circuits?
Riesling,
Jimmy Legs, get some lights down here. It's dark. Get the emergency light on.
But they're on, Riesling. They went on right after the blast. The lights are on.
What are you talking about? It's dark. Jimmy Legs! Jimmy Legs, turn on the lights. Turn on the lights.
That blue, radioactive glow from the jets was the last thing Riesling ever saw. His optic nerve was burned out in an instant. He was in sick bay on the rest of the trip, and on the swing back, we set Riesling down at Drywater. I ran into Riesling about 2 months later, playing his guitar on a jetty that ran out into the canal. He had a dirty rag tied over his eyes with a jetman's knot, and his hat was on the wharf beside him. And when he finished, we walked out along the canal.
Yeah, I'm doing right fine. Working saloons mostly. But I've been thinking some funny songs, Hertzman. The words come out different than they used to. Come on along the canal with me.
Sure. Here, take my arm.
I know the way. That's another funny thing, Hertzman. I figure I know it better than other folks. Look back there, towards the city. What do you see?
New factory buildings? You could smell them from here.
I still remember them old Martian towers, old before Bible times on Earth. Thin and graceful like the fairy palaces my old grandma used to tell about down home in the hills.
Yeah, they torn them down now, or else blocked them up with cinder blocks.
Hertzman, when I stand out here in the canal, I can see it the way it used to be. The water ice blue with the stars shining up out of it. Way off there, the city with the towers sweeping up like a bird flying off a tree. I can see it.
Now it's the dirtiest stinkhole in the system.
Not to me. Listen, Hertzman.
Won't tire the race that raised the towers, forgotten are their lores. Long gone the gods who shed the tears that lap these crystal shores. Slow beats the time-worn heart of Mars beneath this icy sky. The thin air
can't figure it myself. I never put words together like that before. I reckon it's just I got time now to study the words and shine them up in my head till they sing true.
Why don't you go home, Riesling?
Home?
Earth.
I've been thinking about that, Hertzman. When I was a young'un down in the Ozarks, I used to climb a big old oak tree my daddy had in the dooryard. You could see the hills for miles, green and cool. I've been thinking about that.
Well, why don't you go back then?
Someday, Hertzman, but I couldn't face those hills now. I couldn't stand to see black when I knew there was lying all around me, cool and green in the sun. I couldn't stand that.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to town, Hertzman. I made $3.50 marching today, and I'm all set to drink it down before dawn. Come on.
I lost track of Riesling after that. I shipped out in a slow freight with the convict class for Luna, and he hitched a hike to Venusburg in an ore ship in the Triplanet run. So he beat around the system, Venusburg to Layport to Drywater to New Shanghai and back. Any spaceport was his home, and no skipper'd refuse to lift the extra mass of Riesling and his guitar. He made up his songs sitting out watches down in the power rooms with old shipmates, while the monotonous beat of the jets shook the hull plates.
Hear the jets.
Hear the jets.
Hear them snarl at your back when you're stretched on the rack.
Hear the jets.
Feel the pain in your ship. Feel a strain in your grip.
Hear the jets.
Feel her rise, feel her drive, straining steel come alive on her jets.
On her jets.
Little by little, his songs began to travel along with spaceways ahead of him. Raw spaceman songs. A different kind of song. Strange, sad songs, like the ones you find printed in the Centennial editions. Well, there's one called Dark Star Passing, and Death Song of a Weed Cold, and then finally, The Green Hills of Earth. It grew for 20 years, that song. They say it started way back when Riesling was down in the labor camps in Venus singing for the indentured men. When when he hit Venus, he'd always head out for the backwoods to sing for them.
First, if someone will kindly pass a bottle.
Oh, it ain't much, Riesling. Here.
It'll do. Oh. Oh, what is that stuff?
Tequila. You can't make him good here on Venus.
What do you use?
Karak bush. Home it is different.
How'd you come to sign on?
When a man comes out the village from the city, he says there's work. You sign the paper and you work. Work? It's work, all right. 10 stinking hours in the jungle with machete.
How long you signed for?
Well, then I only speak Spanish. I don't know. The paper says 10 years. 10 years?
How long you got to go?
What's the use? We ain't getting home. You know how many men die out there in the swamp today? 10 men. 10. What's the use? My mother, she's dead. My father don't care.
Girl?
Oh, she says she waits. I don't know. You sing some more, Riesling. We drink and you sing, huh?
Maybe a new song, son.
We rot in the molds of Venus. We retch out a tainted breath.
See.
Foul are her flooded jungles, crawling with unclean death. We've tried each spinning space moat and reckoned its true worth. Take us back to the homes of men and the cool green hills of earth. Take us back.
What's the matter? Finish the song, Riesling.
I can't yet. It just don't come. I'll finish it when I go home. That's it. When I go home to the hills. Now pass that bottle. A dawn whistle don't blow for 4 hours.
That's where the Green Hills started. And I was there when it was finished. It was 20 years after that. And there wasn't a man flying or on the beach that hadn't heard of Riesling in his songs. He was getting old now for a spaceman. He was a familiar figure through the system. Tall, gaunt, with that dirty bandage tied across his blind eyes. I was a chief jetman then on the old Falcon. We were cradled at Venus, Ellis Isle, scheduled for a direct jump to Great Lakes, Illinois, on Earth. I was checking in, Dunnage, when Riesling felt his way up the gangway and came through the lock. Hey, Riesling!
Who's that?
Mike Hertzman.
Hertzman.
What are you doing on this old hog boat?
Well, I figured I'd ride it back to Earth.
Earth? You going home, Riesling? I thought you were never going to make that run. What changed your mind?
Oh, I've been hankering to set foot in the Ozarks again.
Yeah, how about those hills?
Yeah, I've been singing about them so long now, Hertzman. I got to finish the song. I got to set foot in the dooryard and hear the wind through that oak tree. It's about the last thing I'll be doing. I got to get home before...
Look, Riesling, there's a new company policy in effect now. No more deadhead rides. A new code book's in force.
Oh, that don't bother me none. I'm riding her back to Earth. I'm going to finish my song. It's got to be there.
Yeah, but the skipper's one of them youngsters fresh out of Harriman Institute cadet training. He'll throw the book at you.
At me? I've been around space as long as Haley's Common, Brewster's Ridge. I'm going back to Earth. The green hills of Earth. I'm going home.
All secured, Hertzman?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing here?
This is Riesling, Captain.
Riesling, huh?
I'm dragging it back to Earth, Captain.
Not in this ship. Shake a leg and get out of here.
Oh, no, Captain, you wouldn't begrudge an old man a trip home.
I can't do it. Space Precautionary Code Clause 6. Now, come on, clear out.
Oh, now, look, Skipper, you can slide me by onto the distressed spaceman's coals in that code book.
Distressed spaceman, my eye. You've been bumming around the system for 30 years.
Oh, Skipper, you're making me do something I never done to no one before. I'm an old man, an old blind man. I want to go home. I never crawled in front of a four-stripe in my life, but you got to let me drag home. The law says a man's got a trip coming to him, and you can stretch for a poor old blind man. Now, can't you? You got to, Skipper.
All right, you old space rat, but keep out of the way. I run an efficient ship, and I don't want any trouble.
Oh, no, sir, no trouble. I'll just lay down to the power room. I'd kind of like to be near the jets when they blast off for Earth.
Sit down, Riesling. Take a load off your feet.
Hey, thanks, Mac.
Power room, fire 3.
Aye, sir. Have you seen these new automatic tampers, Riesling? Don't have to do nothing, just sit and watch.
Yeah, where's the peeper?
Turned off. It's all automatic.
Youngsters have it soft. When I was twisting her tail, you had to stay awake. You got the old hand damping plates on?
Oh, but the links, I unshipped them. They cover up the dials.
You might need them.
Oh, the automatics handle everything. Well, you're finally going home, Riesling, huh? Won't seem the same out past the moon.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this a long time, Mac. It's going to be good to get home, I reckon.
The argent skies calling spacemen back to their trade.
Mac, I got the emergency. The hand dampers. Here are the links. Mac, they ought to be on the wall somewhere here. I got them.
What's the alarm? Emergency squad coming in.
Stay out. The place is hot. The radiation blast.
Stay behind the baffle.
I got the links shipped. I can hand damper now.
What's going on in there?
I'm spilling jet 3.
Is this McDougal?
McDougal's dead. This is Riesling on watch.
Riesling, get out of there. You'll kill yourself.
Don't worry, Skipper. I know this power room like the inside of my shirt. Somebody's got the damper.
Riesling, I'm sending in a crew.
No use. The whole room will be hot for an hour, and the other jets won't hold. Oh, Skipper, throw on a recording tape.
What?
Throw on a recording tape. I got a song to finish, and I got to make it right now. Yeah, I can hear it.
Riesling, the radiation will burn you down.
She's clear now, Skipper. She'll burn out clean.
Riesling! Riesling, are you all right?
I reckon. Pretty sharp sunburn. You'll pick me out of here with tongs and bury me in a lead shield coffin. Radiation's getting bright. I can almost see it. Bright, rosy like the sun. Like the sun over the hills down home.
We pray for one last landing on the globe that gave us birth. Let us rest our eyes on the fleecy skies of the cool green hills of earth.
That's the way he died. Riesling, the blind singer of the spaceways, singing of the home he never reached, the cool green hills of earth.
You have just heard X-1, transcribed by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation with Street and Smith, publishers of astounding science fiction. Tonight's story, The Green Hills of Earth, written by Robert Heinlein and adapted for radio by Ernest Kenoy. Featured in the cast were Ken Williams as Riesling, Nelson Olmsted as Hertzman, Matt Crowley as Hicks, Wendell Holmes as Casey, Bill Griffiths as Rodriguez, Bill Lipton as the skipper, and William Zuckert as McDougal. Original music for Riesling songs was written and sung by Tom Glazer. Your announcer, Fred Collins. X-1 was directed by Fred Way and is an NBC Radio Network production. And now, next week, the strange story of Dr. Grimshaw's sanitarium and of a patient there who suddenly found himself involved in a game of cat and mouse. But the man had actually been reduced to the size of a mouse while the cat remained full size. What happened then? You'll learn next week.
Convicts tell their true stories on The Loser, tonight over most NBC radio stations.
morning, weirdos. How are we this Monday morning, May 27th, 2024? It's Monday. It's Monday Movie Memories. Are y'all ready? Are you? Well, you're going to have to wait because I'm not ready. There you go. So let's see. What did we do this morning? We caught an X-1 already in progress. One of my favorite episodes, original music and all. Well, not completely original. Original lyrics. It seems like the original lyrics were just written to old folksy tunes. Let's see the algorithm have fun with that, right? So buenos dias. Muy temprano. Necesito café. It's muy temprano. So, I am wearing my Aki Sushi shirt to celebrate going out Friday night, dropping a few bills on some sushi. Yeah, they did not disappoint. The food was fantastic. I'm still reeling from the fact that my daughter graduated college. Not that it was a tremendous feat on her account. It's a tremendous mind bender on my side. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have grandchildren that are graduating high school and in college and stuff. And, well, you know, I'm not that old. You know, I ain't that young either. So there. Let me make sure I got sound. Do I get sound? Can anybody hear me out there, TV land? I'm real excited for this week, which is why I played the preview before the show, because we're kind of stepping into new grounds. We're checking out movies from school now, student educational films, stuff that we would have watched in school with Michael Anderson. Boy, that coffee is good this morning. Mainly because I'm exhausted. We had work over the weekend. We have work today. Normally I wouldn't be here on a day like this because we got a lot of work today and I should be sleeping in, but I can't. I found that I'm getting too much sleep, and with too much sleep comes too much responsibility. No, I'm getting way too much sleep lately, and it's starting to wear on me. So the night before last, what was it? It was Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night I didn't get much sleep at all. I got to sleep at like 4 in the morning. I was in here working on videos and stuff all night long. And I did a pretty good job. I got today's show together. I got tomorrow's show together. I've got a portion of Wednesday's show together. I have all of Thursday's show together. I just need to upload it onto YouTube so that we can play it back for you and I can make it public and then you can view it by yourself. Like most of the stuff here that I upload, I'm going to use it and then make it public. Like the documentary that I did with my father's well, it's not really a documentary, it's just a slideshow with sound effects and music, but I'm pretty happy with it, and I think we're going to take a look at that on Thursday or Friday, since Friday is pretty much kind of like a family flashback Friday. We'll be looking at probably be looking at that film then. I've got some other videos in the works. I just need to sit and work on them. My plan was to go out tonight to open mic, and we're just gonna have to see how that works. I guess it depends on how early I get to work today. Checkout isn't until 11, so it's possible that we may not get started until after 11 with 4 houses to clean. If we can get started early, you know, like as soon as I get done here, I can get dressed, have a little bite to eat, and then whoosh, get a call, yeah, let's work. Then maybe I can squeeze it in an hour or 2 nap before nighttime nonsense and nostalgia, and then get done here at 6 and shoot over to the open mic real quick. I've got a battery charging in my camera now. I have an empty, thumb drive, SD card. I'm not real excited about these particular SD cards because they keep giving me corrupted data. So I'm gonna have to get an SD card here pretty quick. The good thing is that they make them bigger now. The bad thing is that they're expensive. Well, on a no budget, they're expensive. Remember, people, this is a hobby. This is not a job. I don't have a business account. I don't have backers. I don't have commercials. I don't have all the accoutrement that everybody else has on their channels. I just got me, myself, and I, and some technical gadgets and gizmos and gazmos and stuff. Speaking of gazmos, I'm going to have a gazmo this weekend. I'm going to have a fangasm is what I'm going to have. We're going to see Starcrawler on Friday. Thank you to my beautiful daughter for recognizing that her father needs new music, and I can't wait to meet these guys. Honestly, I don't know enough about them. I imagine that before I go, I'll learn their names, because I'm not great with names, and even if I learn their names, I'm not going to remember names, because that's just, I'd have to write them on my hand, and a little drawing of what they look like, right? You're the girl, right? What's your name? Sally? So there's that. So I'm going to be opening up these LPs and listening to them, and taking them with me, taking the jackets with me on Friday night. And fingers crossed, I can meet the band. I plan on going out there early, so that I can hopefully catch the band before they go on. More than likely, they'll be doing warm-up and setting up, and they won't be allowing people in. For some of the better acts, they close the restaurant down until the show starts. And hopefully, these guys will be staying in the house that Pappy's has. There's a little house there right downtown in Pioneer Town there. So hopefully I can get out there, make myself known, get an autograph or 5, and hopefully some photos. I really want some photos with these kids. They are the bee's knees. I can't wait. My dream would be to have a photograph with all of them. Us kind of in a row holding up little Miss Fancy Pants there, and kind of like a chorus line type thing. That would be very, very cool. That would live in my memories for the rest of my life. right alongside, Big Sandy and Ben Harper and Mitch Rowland and Sarah Jones and all, Harrison and all these others that I've been able to meet out at Pappy's. And I think the key is to get out there super early, and just kind of pitch a tent there in the area there. Sneak in if at all possible. But definitely try to make contact with Starcrawler. I don't have any aspirations of getting them on my show or on my channel or anything other than maybe some concert footage. But never say never. If I could do an interview with Starcrawler, that would be a dream come true. Not likely they're going to want to do an interview with some crazy old weird bearded guy who's got less than 100 people on his subscribers on his channel, right? I'm not in here for the subscribers. Not here to make money. I'm here to have a good time while I am alive here on planet Earth, and that's it, basically. That's it. Lava Lamp Cam. Lava Lamp, she's in good form today. Oh, look at that little one. Look at that little one. Ooh, that's a fast one. Whee! You see it cools off really fast because it's small. See how it slows down. And then is it going to make it or is it going to dip? Just made it up there. How quick is it going to cool though? Looks like it's wiggling off to the side there. Looks like it's starting to cool. Looks like the little tiny one's starting to cool. It's dropping back down slow. There it goes. There it goes. See, my camera gets so excited about that lava lamp, it doesn't know what to do. It's all fidgety. It's like a heartbeat, right? It's like the heartbeat of my channel. Dum, 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 dum. I love this. I love this stuff. So we had a fantastic weekend. My daughter graduated Thursday from the college out here, and in the fall she starts university. Yo, San Berdoo. She's doing this all on her own. She's taking control of her situation, her life. She's gone after all of the money that she needs for this with her grades. She's used her good grades and her common sense to get her the money that she needs to go to these schools. She doesn't have to pay, basically, because she has put the effort and the energy into going after the grants and the scholarships and the free money that's out there, people. All you got to do is go after it. It's there. So, yeah, ultra proud of her for doing this all on her own. She has had to come to me minimally for assistance filling out paperwork, basically. And usually I try to say, do it yourself. Because when she does it herself, she's able to know what to do and go after more. More. Okay? Yeah, I'm so pleased as punch about the way things are going. Okay, Lava Lap Cam, I'm going to heat up my coffee. The next sounds you hear will be my coffee warming up, folks. All right, so so it was Thursday night. My daughter graduates, and then we went out to sushi because she wanted to go out and eat. So we went out with all of her friends, and we went out, and it was so fun. Yeah, it was. It was. And thank you very much, the people at Aki Sushi. Aki Sushi. Aki Sushi. Aki. All I know is it's damn good stuff. It had been a while since the Czechs had been there, David and the family. So it was kind of fun, you know. I got to drink beer, which led to drinking beer the following night. And that was like, wow. Wow. From, oh my gosh. Is that where it is? Is that where it is? Is that where it is? That's not it. I was just looking through some folders here in the interim here, the family photos and stuff. Ah, there they are. Gosh golly, gee whiz bangers. I was just gonna bring up some photos here of graduation because I'm a dad and I can do that kind of stuff. So here we go. So back to last week, a little recap. My daughter graduated. That's her on the right with this hat here. This hat here. I held on till May. She did a great job with that cap, huh? Is that awesome? She totally came up with the idea, totally executed the idea. I gave her minimal assistance. You know, how are we going to do this? Well, I would do it like this. Okay, boom. Well, how should I do this? Well, how about like that? Boom. Yeah, it's great stuff. Great stuff. Great stuff. She held on till May. And she graduated. There's the Czech family. So we were out with Sushi, hanging out with all the kids. Evelyn and Tara and Kristen and David. I love these people. This is a great family here. They are my most favorite people out here in the desert. As are these people here. My gosh, look at these people here. Isn't that a cool looking dude? Man, she's got a righteous looking father, huh? Dude, good morning, Joey. What's up, brother, man? I was thinking about you all weekend, man. How's tricks? Yeah. Yo, Joey. What up, brother? Totally. I was just, doing some reflection. You know, there's my beautiful daughter. She picked out such a great little dress to go underneath her gown. Really cool. Looks like one of those 1920s flappers dresses, right? Oh, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. She gets it from her mother. Oh my goodness. Well, you can't tell, but she gets it from me too, because I'm beautiful. I'm just covered in hair. Oh, so what's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? So what is in the bag is a gift from Kristen, from the Czech family, as are the flowers here. These are wonderful flowers. I still got them here on my table. So in the bag, what's in the bag? So there's this small, round, glass bubble type frame with a handmade drawing inside of it of the tree of life, right? Which is knowledge, right? And I don't know how they if they knew what they did there, but the tree of life is, knowledge, and it's just totally awesome that they gave her that, and she loves that tree so much. She's going to go in her keepsake box with all of her stuff here. Yeah, she's the bee's knees. She is the bee's knees, and there's beautiful mommy. There's beautiful mommy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we are lucky and we are proud. And my goodness, I can't wait. I can't wait. And here's the very special shot. Here we go. And there's all the people. There's Natalie, and there's Charlie, and there's Deja. Pardon me, and there's Audrey, and there's all of us over here, and all of this sushi here. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a fantastic night. I can't wait, people. I can't wait. I'm just gonna have to eat some more sushi right now. So anyway, here's my Aki sushi shirt. Every time I go in there, I see them wearing these shirts with this cute kitty cat on the front. And last time we went in, not this time, but last time, I was like, okay, extra large, put it on my tab. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. So, in the absolutely, later on in the last hour of the show, we are going to watch about a 25-minute educational film that I actually saw this film in junior high. Okay. And I remember it because I was really, really into art and design, so I totally remember this. I totally remember this film from like school, you know. In fact, I'm gonna go here to YouTube, and I'm gonna make it visible so that we can watch it this morning. Later on, I'm drinking my coffee here. I'm drinking it. Oh yeah, Joey, did you show up? Look at that, man. Here, let me do my, see if we can do that. There we go. There we go, baby. The bee's knees. And this one here. I can't wait to meet these guys. I can't wait to open these and listen to them. That should be the bee's knees. I've seen them all over YouTube, and I'm like, wow, they're actually kind of old, right? I've been watching them on YouTube for like years, and I never thought that I'd be going to see them in concert, let alone going to see them locally, right? I mean, I got to drive 15, maybe 20 minutes down the road here. And the reason it takes so long is just because of the traffic, the amount of traffic we have nowadays. Without all of the traffic, it would take me like 10 minutes to get there. But they are coming to town. They'll be here Friday. I'm just like, wow, hello, hello, hello. Another awesome journey happening here. My wife and daughter and I are all going together. If we're real lucky, we'll meet the Czech family there. Not sure if they have it in the calendar, because like I've said before, they are two of the most responsible parents and family people. So yeah, I mean, I never fault them for not being able to go to something because they have obligations, right? Be obligated, man. Do your obligations. That's awesome. Most people don't give two shits about obligation, you know, responsibility. And I totally dig it. I mean, I have, you know, the utmost respect for people who have responsibility. I just don't have any anymore. I mean, very little responsibility, you know. I mean, well, that's not exactly true, but it just seems to have become less and less over the years as my wife and daughter kind of take the helm and take control over everything. Because I'm not going to be around forever, and I don't want to, like, all of a sudden be gone and have them go, well, what do we do? I don't know what to do. What's going on? So for the last 10 years or so, I've been kind of priming my girls for the road ahead, right? If, you know, what if I'm not here? You know, well, why don't you guys just deal with it? Take care of it. You can deal with it, you know? Because, you know, that's just the way it is, you know? We're not here forever. So, and we never know when that time is. So, my thing is just to be prepared, you know? Be prepared. I try to do as much as possible, right, to be prepared for whatever, right? Oh my God, I lost my thingy. Oh my God, I lost my thingy. Did I? I totally lost my thingy. There it is. I found my thingy. I found my thingy. Oh my god. There it is. There's my thingy. So this is the morning show, which means we do bong hits and coffee and conversate and cogitate. And yeah, boy. Yeah, buddy. Finally got over to the station again. A little local gift shop here in town, and they had shirts again. They got their supply of shirts in, so they had all the sizes and colors and everything, and that was really cool. That was totally cool. Cause I love my local gift shops and stores and knick-knack places and thrift shops and record places. I mean, local, buy local people. Sorry about the nose malfunction here. Yeah, support your local economy. That's it. As much as you can. You know, I don't get over to the local hardware store enough, right? I'm always like, Home Depot's like the first thought in my head because they're like right there and everything is like right there in one place. Where you could only find about a quarter as much stuff if you're lucky at the other hardware store. But it is a local landmark. It is a family-owned True Value, and it's not going to be there forever if we don't shop locally. You know, if you just need something, you don't need a lot, you know, or maybe you need a lot and you know you can work a deal with them because they're local. You know, shop local. You know, support your local economy. They're moms and popses. They're you know, people struggling to have a business. You know, so give them all the support you can. That goes for everybody, everywhere. Oh man, I think it's time for a bong hit. A bong hit, lava lamp cam, people. Oh, geez, Bessie, what the fuck? Well, pardon my frustration there for a minute. My dog, big faced dog, she gets, if you don't hear her tacking at the door to get out, she barks. And she doesn't understand that there's a difference between barking outside to get in and barking inside to get in. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to teach her not to bark in the bedroom in the morning. But there's that. So like what was I doing? Oh, that's right. I was going to do a bong hit, but okay, this is getting a little out of control here. I went through my videos last night. I went through all of my live videos and I culled out, I mean literally got rid of like 20 live tests that were like anywhere from like a minute to 20 minutes long, right? And I just got rid of them. It's like, all right, let's get rid of the junk videos. Basically, I made them private. I didn't get rid of them because I don't like to destroy anything that can be used later for something. So I don't delete photos. I don't delete videos. It's so blurry. It's a thumb. Yeah, well, you know, we might need that thumb for fingerprints later. No, I'm always keeping everything. So I'm on my you know, and I'm like, wow, I'm over like 220 some videos, and I'm like, well, a lot of that's crap. So I go through and yeah, so now I'm like under 200 videos. I'm like at 199. The thing is that yesterday I talked to my daughter and I was like 89, and then I was like 92, and then I was like 95, and now I'm at 97 subscribers. So thank you, all of my new friends and old friends. Thank you for subscribing and hanging out and taking the journey with me and with the rest of us. I don't know where the hell we're going, but we're going. And we're going to need a lot of coffee to get there. Yes. So in the last hour of this morning's show, it will be time to get to homeroom. I think right now we're all waking up. We're like all in the bathrooms, like sneaking a hit of a cigarette and, you know, using lots of mousse and gel and stuff and getting ready for first period and that bus ride and hanging out with our buds, you know, at the bus stop, or getting picked up. Like in my case, I was getting picked up by Gary in his van, and we'd cruise around the lake picking other people up, just blazing doobies. And by the time we got to school, we would just be fucking just annihilated. I'd get to first period. I remember one time in first period was a math class, and first thing in the morning, and I'm sitting in this class at my desk in the very middle, the exact center of the classroom. And I better check these dogs again. I'll be right back. Okay, like I'm back, okay? I don't know what's up with these dogs this morning. I am Doggy Doorman. That's me, Doggy Doorman. Alright, so here I am, first period, math class. I'm sitting in the direct center of the classroom. And, would you go lay down, big face? Come on, up here, come on. Get in this chair and lay down, come on. And we have just made the journey around the lake, smoking probably 2 doobages. And it's the long ones too, the big 1.5 yellow Zig Zags, right? Because that's what Charlotte used. She used the big long orange papers. The papers weren't orange, the pack was orange, and they were the extra long. And she used a rolling machine, so they're always perfectly shaped like a cigarette. There's that dog drinking. You gonna save some water for the fishes? Lord. So yeah, I mean, they were usually just huge, you know, big fat cigarette diameter doobies. They looked like those Camel Wides, right? Only long. So anyway, enough about the joints. So I'm in math class one morning after this ride to school, and I let out this huge belch, right? And it was bad enough that it was loud, but what made it worse, and it was worse bad enough that everybody turned and looked at me, right? What made it even more insane was that when I burped up a huge cloud of smoke, pot smoke, because I didn't smoke cigarettes at the time. So I literally belched out this huge cloud of pot smoke. First time I'd ever done it. And, you know, teacher looks around and I'm like this, you know, sorry about the burp. And people around me are like, fuck, dude, what are you doing, man? What are they on? You smell like you're smoking weed in my class, huh? So yeah, there's a lot of weird shit like that happened in high school. So, I think I was going to do a bong hit. So here we go. Now, the next sounds you hear will be probably the dog barking again, right? Oh boy, that really just hits me right in the right in the annoyance button. A dog in the house barking in the morning to get out of a bedroom that somebody's sleeping in. That's a little frustrating. Oh, hey, it's me. It's me. This is going to be a two cup of coffee day. So let's see, we get done here. Mrs. should be up by 8. We should be out of here by 9 or 10. Oh, hopefully we'll be done with work by 2, 1 or 2, if we're real lucky. And I can get back here and sleep for an hour before tonight's show. And then going out to open mic for a couple of hours, right? I need to go out and get my my thumb drive from David with the harmonica on it, the edited song with harmonica, so I can come back and finish that video for next Sunday. I need to try to get some more footage, some more video of the guys, and hopefully it'll work. I get this stupid corrupted card here, and it's really ticking me off, you know. It's ticking me like a time bomb. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, yeah. Man. What an annoyance. So let's see. Last night I was working on an episode of The Bickersons. John and Blanche Bickerson, played by Don Amici and Francis Langford, two of my favorite radio personalities. I'll also be working on some Superman, some Captain Midnight, and some X-1 for this week. For Thursday, I put together this fantastic Grateful Dead concert. It's audio footage. So I put a video together with some, psychedelic colors, and, so you can see the music, man. So I put together it's almost 2 hours long. I mean, it's almost 3 hours long. It's like 2 hours and 45, 2 hours, 50 minutes. It's huge. Took forever to save last night. Crashed my computer once trying to save it. And it finally saved after a 3-hour ordeal. So that's cool. And it is an actual concert that I went to. We have some new subscribers who stopped by and watched some of this Grateful Dead music, and they were real happy about it. We got some more. Somebody likes this morning's. Yeah. That's cool. What an era the 50s were. Oh yeah, brother, I'm telling you. Totally. Let's get on over here to this guy. And a Roland Postman. Oh, Rolene Postman. Postma. Okay, well maybe she's not a postman. I'm going to subscribe to Rolene because it's possible that they've done the same for me. And if not, hey, spread the love. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to like or share or comment. Spread the love, people. Thank you very much. I'm going to say Raylene. Is that it? Raylene. Stop into the comments and let me know if I'm actually doing your name justice or just humping the bunk here. But yes, I'm pretty happy with the way that the content is going. The quality of my channel, I'm hoping, is on the rise and is on the mend from all of that stupid live stuff that I tried to do mobile without having the chops, the technical chops, right? Because I didn't know anything about all of my new stuff when I tried that. I just threw myself into it. I'm just going to learn, just throw me in the water and I'll learn how to swim. It didn't work so good. There was too much going on to take the time to actually figure out what was happening. It was just a nightmare every time, right? But doing this here and working out all of the technical logistics and all of the bugs and all the ins and outs of how to do all of this stuff, I mean, I really, really have gotten the hang of it, and I think it's going to be real easy for me to take this whole deal here and park it somewhere for a day and set up and do a live something, right? And the fact that this whole thing can be mobilized and I can pack all of my camera gear, computers, monitor, keyboards, sound stuff, microphones, pack it all up into this one box here and throw it in the van and then park it somewhere and open it up and set it up and just have a rolling live studio, right? So there is that, and that will come into use again. I'm just not sure when. I'm really liking the Mojave flea swap meet, I think is what it's called. Not a flea market, but a flea swap meet. I'm really liking the location, the feel of the place. It's completely enclosed with a big block wall, so you don't have all of that street noise coming in. It's well lit for nighttime stuff. There's a lot of room. I may even decide to go over there and set up a booth at the nighttime market and do a live and vend 8 tracks, right? Because what else would a crazy old weird bearded guy be selling at a market but 8-track tapes, right? And since I have like 1,000 8-track tapes, and and not many players for which to play them on. Actually, I'm going to have to get some players ready so that I've got a half a dozen player recorders available to vend, as well as the tapes, not to mention an 8-track player that I can use to prove that these things actually work, right? Because I literally have hundreds and hundreds that I have repaired and done maintenance on so that I can enjoy them again. And I've got boxes and boxes of unopened, still sealed 8-tracks that they're undoubtedly going to need to be refurbished, but they're still in excellent mint condition. The pads are done. The foil is probably falling off, the foil splice, but it doesn't take much to open it up, replace these things, clean it up, blow it out, lube it, and boom, it's like new again. Right? So like, oh my God. Yeah. So my live stream right now, my live stream health is really, really good. Let me know how I sound and how I look out there. Well, not physically, but the overall picture. But I'm feeling like things are, looking really, really good for the show this week. I may or may not, I may or may not be going and doing live stuff this week. I know one of my big things on this channel, pardon my paper noise, one of my big things on this channel is to do live music, live open mics and that kind of stuff. But like I said, if it is going to diminish the quality of my channel, then I'm going to have to wait until I get stronger signals, get a hold on this this phone camera thing. I have to switch to my daughter's Apple iPhone that she bequeathed me when she moved up into her new phone. So I need to get that activated, and it's just a matter of having the time during the middle of the day to deal with it, because like today is like an average work day where I'm up at 4, I'm on the show by 5, I'm here until 8, I'm off from the show, and then I within an hour or two I'm working, and then I work for 3 or 4 or 5 hours, and then I'm off trying to get some rest before this evening's show, and then if there's something happening like this evening, an open mic, then I've got to be ready to go and do that, and then come back, put together any last minute logistics for the following day's show, and then try to get a couple hours sleep, right? So last night I was able to get 4 or 5 hours. No, not even 4. I think I got 3 hours sleep, right? Because the alarm went off at 4, and I was still lying in bed staring at my eyeballs until after midnight. So and then I got up 2 or 3 times. So yeah, you can see it in my eyes. I'm running on minimal sleep. But the thing is that I got so much sleep over the weekend. 4, 5, 6 hours at one shot, and then nap that lasted 3 or 4 hours twice. So that's pretty cool. But it doesn't really help in the long run, because every day is a new drain train, and it just, how long is my body gonna last before I just go and have to give in and go take a nap. And I hate taking naps during the middle of the day. I used to enjoy it. It's like, oh yeah, I can go take a nap and relax and chill out for like an hour, and now my naps seem to last as long as my sleep period, which is about 4 or 5 hours. So if my nap lasts like longer than an hour, I don't want to get up. I just don't. And that's probably normal. I think my daughter said that I should be napping for about 45 minutes in order to not sleep too much and not get to the point to where my body is expecting me to stay asleep. She said the perfect nap is like 45 minutes. But I can't set my alarm for 45 minutes because I don't know when I'm going to eventually pass out. I can't just get in bed and turn off and then turn back on again. My body doesn't work that way. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I need to get out to the little knick-knack stores and look for little sound makers, noise makers, sound effects, things to make noises with. I can't use them in the morning because of the dog situation. Every sound I make causes a dog's ears to twitch, and then tickety-tack-tick down at the door. There they are, like fingers on a keyboard. They're dancing around wanting to get out of a door, and I gotta get up, and I gotta open a door, I gotta shuffle them out, and then open another door so they go in another door, or drink water and then let them back in, and it's just, yeah, it's just crazy. But in the evenings, there is ample time and space, and to hell with the dogs if they want to get all weirded out because I'm making little noises and squeaks and squirts and stuff. That's their prerogative, But nighttime nonsense and nostalgia, because it is nonsense, I will be using, I can't do it, but it's like this little squeaker guy. It's just a little rubber chicken that squeaks, like a squeak toy. And then I've got my slide whistle, right? My little slide whistle. Little slide. I can't use that because the dogs love that sound, and they just, what's that? What's that? What's that? Let's play. But I need to put together some more little sound effects. I need a kazoo. I need some little cymbals, little finger cymbals. I need a little cowbell. I need one of those like trumpet horns with the rubber ball in the end, honk, honk, honk. I need stuff like that, so I need to get out and start eyeballing this stuff. Anybody sees anything like that, shoot me up in Messenger, and I'll send you my address, and you can, send me a place, or send me, what do you call it, a link. Send me a link to something that's got some place that has little noisemakers and toys. And I like stuff from like the 50s and 60s and 70s, older stuff, I'm going to be taking my Simon and turning that on and getting some sound effects from that, because I love that tone. Boop, boop, boop. It's just such a great fucking 70s, 80s tone, that Simon. I'm amazed at the amount of subscribers that I have. I promised for the longest time that when I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to be holding a live drawing twice. 2 live drawings in one show. And the show will be a telethon. The show will be a multi-hour, perhaps multi-day show until I get to 10 viewers at once during the duration of my show. 10 people watching at the same time. Then I will pull names out of a hat and find out who wins. Now, there's no purchase necessary. The only stipulation for one of the drawings is that you have to enter the word drawing into the comments during the live broadcast, and then your name will go down and into the hat. And then when we get to that particular 10 viewers, watching, not the ones that are in the hat, but any random 10 viewers watching, and then we'll pull the names out of the hat, and we'll give a time. It's like, okay, here's the drawing time. Any name before this time in the hat, and you're good to go. Any name after, and you're going into the next drawing. Now, there is no purchase necessary. All you got to do is just type, into the comments. I will be here round the clock for that event. It looks like it's not happening this week, but if subscriber count continues, it looks like it's going to be happening next week. And it looks like I will be going live Monday morning and staying with you live for 12 hours. And then I will be stopping the live feed and starting a new live feed. If I start a new live feed every 12 hours, the previous 12 hours will be recorded in YouTube. So in order to save all of my shows during the telethon, I have to start a new stream every 12 hours. So at 11 hours 55 minutes count on my live stream, whenever that falls, I will be stopping, and it will save, and I will come back and do a new live feed, a new feed. Now, barring any technical difficulties, if I have technical difficulties, then what I might do is switch to my phone and go live from my phone while I'm dealing with technical difficulties. It takes a while for stuff to process after I go live through my phone, so those won't be readily available right away, but eventually they will be. I gotta get more coffee, that's what I need. So I am going to leave you with the lava lamp can for a moment. So the sounds you hear will be me making coffee. I show you my shirt here? Ah, there it is. It's my Aki Sushi Kitty Kitty. Kitty Kitty Kitty. Uh-oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, if I call Kitty Kitty, then Sam comes running. He must have known Kitty Kitties before he came to us. Well, walking on sunshine, whoa. That song was on the other day when I was walking through a store, and I'm walking through the store singing, I'm walking on sunshine. People are looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy's trip? What a crazy old weird bearded guy he is, you know? Holy hell. Well, good morning, people. Good morning, good morning. We are creeping up on the end of the first hour of this morning's show. We are right now, I believe we are waiting at the school bus stop. Some of us are waiting at the school bus stop. Some of us are being harassed by our parents right now. Hurry up, get out of the bathroom. I gotta get to work. I need to drop you off. If you're not out here, you're taking the Let's bus. The Let's bus was the Lake Elsinore Transit System bus. Let's bus. That was fun. You put for a quarter, you could ride that thing all freaking day long, man. It was great. It was public transportation, but it was personal transportation as well. With the Let's bus, not only could you get to school, but you could get across town to a friend's house. You could go to a party. You could get a ride over to the Ortega Highway, the 74, and from there you could just walk out across from Ortega Oaks Market and hitchhike up into the mountain, you know, and then hook up with your friends at the falls or at one of the bridges. Yeah, like those were the days, you know. Those were the days. But the Let's bus, public transportation was, you know, yeah. So some people, you know, with me it was hit and miss. I'd get picked up by a friend. I'd have to take the Let's bus. I'd have to hurry out to try to find a bus somewhere, and then hopefully they'd let me on, not knowing, you know, who the hell I was. Yeah, not ride this bus regularly. Yeah, but I got to get to school, and I miss my other bus. Yeah, all right, get on. Very rarely was I given a ride to school by my parents. I was either walking or thumbing or taking the Let's bus or the school bus. But those mornings when somebody would pick me up, right? And like I said before, I left home at 15. So at 15, I was, hey man, you going to sleep already? Well, take it easy, man. Have a good night at work. Peace, love. I will talk to you soon, man. Yeah, stop by in the evening sometime when you're off, man. Right, man. Have a good night. So, yeah. Quite often I was getting a ride from somebody, you know. So this is about the time when people would start be getting picked up or be heading out to a bus stop somewhere. 6:20, you know, was a good time to get picked up at a bus stop somewhere. Gotta get to class. Oh, hot coffee. All right, well, Joey's off to go nighty-night. Shh. Be quiet, he's trying to sleep. Huh? Yeah. Let's see, I'm going to do one of these here because I can. You know, and I don't really have any shame, and I'm not shy about who I am or what I do or the things that, you know, make me me. But I am trying to curb the show a little bit, so it's more about me than my bad habits, right? I mean, because smoking is a horrible habit. I don't wish it on anyone, or the physical side effects, the bad side effects, right? it's no bueno. So if you don't smoke, don't start. If you do smoke, try to get away from it. You know, if you're old and broken, and you're not really, you're looking at, you know, most of your life in the rear view mirror, you know, and at this point in your life, it's all about quality rather than quantity. Well, let's smoke up, Johnny. Have at it. You know, you can only get so far before you just got to say, all right, well, I'm not in it to win it anymore. I'm just in it to be in less pain and enjoy things as much as possible, right? And that's all I can do. That's it. That's all I can hope for. It's just, you know, to not be bummed out. You know, I just wanna have fun. 'Cause, you know, girls just wanna have fun. Yeah. Oh baby, that's some good stuff right there. So let's see. At some point, I think right after the beginning of the last hour at 7 o'clock, right? Shortly after 7 is when we are going to start our homeroom student educational film. I would have watched this one in either social studies or economics or possibly perspective drawing in junior high school in the 7th grade. All right. I remember seeing this film in the 7th grade. I remember seeing it in a really, really, how do I say it? It was an old building. You know, the feeling that you get when you're in an old, solid building, an old, really old, solid structure, you know, hard. The room felt hard. It felt institutional, but it felt industrial, but it felt hard, abrasive. I don't know how to describe it. It was nothing like the film, right? It was nothing like the film that we watched that was all about design and elegance and, you know, function following form and beauty and lines and that kind of stuff. So I was in a classroom that was really sterile and cold, hard. So it was a real, you know, it was total like weirdness, you know. But yeah, I remember seeing a lot of films in school because I wasn't overwhelmed with media input from home, right? Quite often we didn't have a TV, or we had limited access, or then if we did have a TV, I would have limited access to it. It's not like we had a big house with a TV in every room. A lot of my friends were like that, where they say, yeah, I got a TV in my room. And I'm like, there's one TV in the house, and it's in the parents' part of the bus, right? The motorhome / bus, school bus. And it's like, well, fuck, you know. I'm not going to go sit back with them and watch their fucking shows all the time, you know, unless I go back there and fucking smoke some weed or something. But that's the way it was, you know. That's the way it was. No TV for me for a long time. And so I would, staying with friends, I would wind up sleeping on the couch or something, which would give me access, nighttime access to the television, where I could stay up late and watch a couple of movies or a show or something, and then go to sleep, you know. And of course they're thinking, well, gosh, what's up with this dude? He's always watching TV late at night, you know. If you don't understand depression and insomnia and all of these other mental chemical imbalances and shit, then, well, then you just look at me and think I'm crazy. It was normal for me most of my life to be up all the time. When I would go to Andrew's house in junior high and high school for those overnight parties, right? While his parents were out working the graveyard shift, we would be at his home partying hard, right? And most of the kids that were partying couldn't last all night long. They couldn't even last halfway through the night. They'd be passed out on a couch somewhere, getting makeup put on. Now, we never did that kind of shit. We were always pretty cool about, you know, our brethren. You know, very rarely did we harass somebody while they were sleeping or passed out or something, because you didn't want that shit to happen to you. You didn't want to be next on the list. So, you know, it's like most of the people would say, hey, you know what, fucking leave the guy alone. He's passed out. Jeez. Watch your business. But, you know, we would do these overnighters, you know, and it would be hard for a lot of these guys to stay awake. It was real easy for me because I was an insomniac. And then if you load me full of sugar, right, and caffeine and shit, well, then I'm definitely not going to sleep. And then when I was young, most marijuana had kind of a reverse effect on me, kind of like the stuff that I have now. Been smoking this weed the last couple of weeks, and Tropicana cookies or something, and it's a different brand, but it's like that other speed weed that I had, that garlic grove stuff. It doesn't get me, it kills my pain pretty good, but it doesn't get me high so much as it gets me inspired and creative and pumped up to do something. So I take a couple of hits, and then I'm here at the computer. I was at the computer. I had loaded a bong hit, and I was here for like an hour and a half, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do this bong hit. I'm going to do this bong hit. I'm going to do this bong hit. It's like, all right, finish this fucking video, get it to saving, and then do the bong hit. And it took me like an hour and a half to get there. But I was like so into it, you know. And then I did that bong hit, and I was like, I got to start up the other computer and get over here and start working on something over here. And I did that last night. I was back and forth from computer to computer. Work on this for a little while, and then save. And then get over to here, work on this, and then upload. And then, you know, get over here, okay, create another one, save, get over here, do research, download videos and music and pictures and stuff. And it was just, that's kind of the routine that I want to try to get into on a day when I'm not working, like today, where I've got to go out and clean 4 houses with my wife. I get off lucky. She's got to clean the 4th one by herself. I'll usually end the 3rd one by myself, but she'll go out and do another 4th one by herself, because by then I'm just too broken, right? Just too broken. I mean, it's going to be hard enough for me today, being as broken as I am, and then on top of that, just being exhausted. I got a couple of hours sleep last night, a couple of hours the night before, no nap yesterday, and I had to work yesterday. So this is my 2nd cup of coffee this morning, and I could pass out right now. I can't go lay down at 8. Well, I could, but I probably wouldn't get back up early enough to be of much help, right? So I'm going to get done here at 8, and I'm going to load myself full of food, and then hope that one of these houses has vacated so that I can start early. And then if I can start early, then I can be done by 1 or 2 and take an hour or 2 nap before I'm right back here at 5 p.m. And which means I've got to be up at 4 p.m. and I've got to start my feed by 4:30 and go live on my broadcast by 5. Do an hour and then call it quits and grab a camera and a phone and run off to open mic, right? And then probably spend an hour or so out there, depending on who's there, and then just try to come home and crawl into bed exhausted, and try to get a couple of good hours before I do it again tomorrow morning. I love this job. If it were a job, I would hate it, but because it's my hobby, I just love it. You know, I gotta meet a deadline. I gotta make a video. You know, where's that file? I need that picture. Damn it, where's my sound? Where's my sound? I need my sound. You got sound effects over there? Coffee, 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 coffee. Yeah. So you might have noticed that I've created some altered graphics. My daily graphics have changed. So I have a Monday movie memory graphics for today. So if you look at my live feed before you start it, it'll have the little caption down at the bottom. And then I've done that for each day of the week, chosen a nice graphic that my daughter drew because she is an artist like myself. Hey, Jacob, thank you. I appreciate it. I've been working really hard to get this, to get the quality of the show better. There's a little lava lamp cam for you. Yeah, I've been really working at trying to get this channel's quality, video and sound, back up to par. So I appreciate your input. Thank you so much. Maybe you can tell me what I was talking about before I sidetracked myself. Coffee time. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. So yeah, I've been working really hard here trying to get the videos straightened out. I called out a bunch of useless live tests out of my playlist that were just kind of annoying because they didn't really mean anything, and it bumped my video count over 120 something or 220 something. So I had like this huge amount of videos that I was like, wait a second. So I went through my playlist of live stuff and I just delete. Well, actually, I didn't delete anything. I just hid them and made them private, right? So that I can go through them later and bada bing. And I was trying to figure out, you know what? I have to like join a separate YouTube account in order to download stuff. And I want to start saving my live stuff, right? And is it easier to save, or is it easier just to play it from YouTube into my video mixer here and then record it onto this computer here and record it live onto my computer here and then digitize, save it as a file, right? And then burn it onto DVD. It's either that or get the extra account, the Premiere account on YouTube, so that I can then just download, which is probably going to be the easiest way, is just to download file after file after file. Because like I've said before, this channel, this show especially, is just to kind of, for posterity's sake, document my life, so that my daughter and wife and family and friends have something, you know, because we're not all going to be here forever. So this is a way for me to record me before I'm gone, basically. That's it. And to share all the excitement and fun that I have doing all of this stuff here. If you go to my community tab on my channel, you'll see photographs of the live mixing, the live mobile unit here that I've created. Kind of a hodgepodge of different ideas and things, digitally and analog, but most of it's become digital now. But it's just a neat little package that I've created here. But everything is temporary. And one of the things that Tom from the Tommy Tom Show, a local music group, father and daughter act, I was talking to him the first time I met him, and I explained to him what I was doing for my show. I was just trying to get everything out, you know. And he said, "Die empty." Oh, right. So that's been my motto, right? Die empty. So I've just been trying to unload it. I don't take anything with me. If you piss me off, I'm going to let you know you pissed me off. I'm not going to hold it inside to save your emotions and destroy mine, right? I don't edit my thoughts. I don't edit the things that I say so that it doesn't offend someone else. Look, I'm not intentionally out to hurt anyone. If I upset you, you know, you're the one that's upset because of something that's going on internally. How am I supposed to know what the fuck's going to upset the average fucking person, you know? I'm not going to coddle you. I'm not going to hold your hand and say only things that, you know, make people happy. I'm unapologetic. I'm unedited. I'm just me, you know. If you get your feelings hurt by something that I say, I'm not going to apologize. It's just the way it is. Grow up, pull up your pants, get a hold of your emotions and deal with it. You know, fuck. Come on, people. So yeah, I go through life not holding back. If I'm happy, I'm happy. If I'm mad, I'm mad. If I'm sad, I'm sad. Why? Because after 55 years, 56 years of living with depression, I've found out that the best way to deal with emotion is just to have the emotion and move on and not bottle it up, right? So here is my emotional show, and I've, from season 1, I've always tried to let this show happen organically. I'm reading Jacob's text here. Exactly. The only thing that's semi-permanent that we know of is the continuation of generation to generation. So it's nice to share your life with your continuation. Yes, it's awesome to be able to share this with my daughter, even though she's asleep. Right? I know that at some point she's going to, you know, love the fact that I've done this. Right? She's just graduated college, and she's off to university in the fall, and she's studying psychology, and the family joke is that she's going to use all of my YouTube stuff to do her postdoctoral thesis on her father and how her father cured his depression through the use of YouTube. Basically, I mean, something like that. But it'll be so easy for her to use me as data, right? Because I will have compiled so much of it that she'll be able to use it for any number of purposes, right? I think the best thing that could be done with all of this data that I'm uploading of myself, you know, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours a day, 5 days a week or more, right? What perfect data to use for an AI, right? Let's create an AI of me, because after another year of this, there's going to be so much of me here, right? What a weird AI that would be, right? A crazy old weird bearded AI. I'll drink to that. Oh Lord. I just kill myself, you know. Lava lamp cam. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. So let's see. I will go and I will run into my other computer here, my graphics computer, and I will run down and go into my external hard drive. Ooh. There we go. And I will pick up some photos that are in my documentary about me. Okay. And here is a good one. This is one of me from the fall of 1995. Yeah, this is from me from the fall of 1995. And this is during my Grateful Dead, I'm going to say Renaissance Pleasure Fair Grateful Dead era. Yeah, 95. All right, ready? That's me, crazy young weird bearded guy. So that thing on my head there is just something in the scan, right? Because that's not on me, man. That is me when I was young. That's me at my sister's house at some party that she's having. I think at this point, I'm just buzzing through town, right? So Jacob says the AI might be the next step in humanity's permanence. You know, I don't know about that. I think there's just going to be a huge culling, right? A huge weeding out of humanity. I think we're going to reach a snowball effect with humanity and population and lack of resources and stuff, that we're just going to lose a bunch of people, basically, flat out. We're going to lose a shitload of people below a certain poverty level because they won't be able to manage after we reach a certain, critical mass. Everything's just going to get to a certain point where there's not going to be cohesiveness anymore. People are going to turn on each other, kill each other for a rotten apple. It's just going to be horrible. And there are going to be people living behind barbed wire with big trucks shipping food into them, and groups of homegrown terrorists trying to find ways of taking this food from these people. It's going to get crazy. That's the way I predict it. I don't think we're going to have, at that point, I don't think we're going to have time for AI. I think at that point, AI is something that we're going to create to defend us and possibly do space exploration. Stick an AI in a machine that can self-replicate and send it off to Mars and let it go over there and create a habitat for us, right? And terraform. And create a bunch of other little things after it has built refineries and factories and stuff. So then we got this whole, AI existence happening on another planet while we're here struggling, and I think we're really, really going to be hurting for a while. And I think it's going to happen within the next 10 to 20 years. I won't see it. I definitely won't see it. I'll probably be gone before I'm 60, the way my health is. It would be nice to be able to live and see a positive change. But from what I've seen so far, all I see is, greedy narcissists being, the world is just, you're either, like even the poorest of the poor people have a phone now, right? Everybody's got a phone. Everybody's got a smartphone. Everybody's got a camera. Everybody can shoot videos. So even the poorest of the poor people are doing selfies, trying to find, that perfect image of themselves, right? Even though they're standing in a mud floor hut, and like this right here, this is awesome, right? I live in a little, 2-bedroom mobile home that's about the size of a 3-car garage. Yeah, that's about it. And it's falling apart. And I'll be lucky if I don't just fall into a sinkhole or something. But that's what we do. This is, of course, this is my life. This is pretty much my existence, is being surrounded by old shit. Before my father passed away, I didn't have one stereo in the house. If I listened to music at all, it was off the TV, the music channels. But things change, And I think that once we get to to the point to where people are at each other's throats for, you know, for the most mundane shit, you know, that we take for granted now. You know, things are going to get hairy. Things are going to get crazy. I think Big Dog wants some water here. Let me leave you with a shot of my studio here real quick while I get her some water. Now we can listen to the sounds of her drinking. So this is my studio here, set up for a live interview. This is my live interview setting. This is the full shot. This is before I had multi-camera angle thing going on. So now I can, you know, of course, move back and forth between cameras and my graphics computer. I've only got 2 cameras set up now. I have them on tripods. At some point, I'm going to be mounting them on wall mounts so that I can free up the tripods for live stuff abroad, mobile. And come on, baby. And it'll clear up my room a little bit with the cameras hanging up on the walls on like a shelf bracket. I can have them wired up and out of the way, and it'll just make it easier to do my live stuff day to day, as well as make the house a little less cluttered. But most importantly, when I do my live telethon, it'll be easy to just kind of bounce around the room, you know, and okay, I'm going to go over here and I'll pop the camera so the camera will follow me over here and over here. Here's a great shot from 1978. Yeah, that's oh, who is that? Buster. That is Buster the dog. He is a German Shepherd mix mutt. In 1978, my father was attending University California, San Diego, UCSD. We were living in Fallbrook, California at the time, which was about an hour-and-a-half drive from the campus. We later moved to Temecula and increased that drive by about 15 or 20 minutes. He would often take me out of school and take me with him to the campus, and I would spend the day with him on the UCSD campus. This is a picture of that campus, and that is the campus library. It is famously shown in the opening sequences of Simon and Simon, the TV show, right, from the 1980s. And I was a frequent fixture in that library, as I would go in there while my father was in class, and I would hang out and I would look through old magazines, mainly Old Time and Life magazines, because my father said that while he was in Vietnam, there were some photographers and reporters that were working with them for a short period of time, and he thought that perhaps his photograph had been taken and might wind up in one of the things. Not likely, since my father was pretty ethnic. I mean, he was Native American looking, you know, it was more than likely in that era they would have shown, you know, really all American white guys fighting, even though most of the guys who fought were black guys or poor guys, you know, ethnic guys. So there's reality for you. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Ooh, this is a neat one. I like this picture. This is a picture that I use for a lot of different things, mainly the cover on my YouTube channel. And it's just a collection of things in my house here, in my studio. And if you look really close at this here, you'll see that I am actually in this picture. And that is me with the guitar pick pointing at me. That is me there with my headband and my long blonde hair that's actually brushed. I don't usually brush my hair. A teacher must have said, here, brush your hair. And my leather jacket and a red shirt, I believe. My pack of aspirin, my peachy folder, my pack of Zig Zags, and my roach clip there. Message retracted. Aw, man, what did you say, man? Fucking hippie. Is that what you said? I didn't see your comment. It's been retracted, man. Yeah, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is taking... Oh, there's my secrets box. One of the things I'm going to be doing is taking these yearbooks and scanning them and putting them together in a slideshow. There's my Judas Priest 8-track there, one of 1,000 8-tracks that I have. My Iron Maiden LP, my Rush LP, out of hundreds of LPs that I have. Budman. Budman is there for Michael von der Schmidt. That represents Michael von der Schmidt. Polaroid, that represents James Garner. My McCoy pottery cup there, happy face cup. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I love these. Yeah. So that peachy folder, I would have been taking that with me to high school. Oh man, here we go. It's morning time. Either that or he's just getting up from a nap. But there's JG. There's James. Say what's up, dude. Oh well, I appreciate you not interrupting my train of thought, but a burp will do that. I mean, don't worry about it. Usually I'll come to you and go, what the hell was I talking about, man? My favorite vacation during the 1980s was when, and I wish I had photographs of this. Maybe I do have photographs of this somewhere, and I'll have to see if I can dig them up. But in fact, he was on that vacation. This is James. He was on that vacation, my most favorite vacation. All right, let me see if I can find who else was on that vacation with me. This is just a file of stuff from. Okay, and here's my here's me from that yearbook. All right, here's me from 1980. I'm gonna say 81 or 82. This is my 8th grade year. All right, and at this point, I don't know James, right? So, yeah, my most favorite vacation. These guys, who are these guys? Was right about this age. That's me again, having undergone another change. At this point, I am recovering from a Billy Idol haircut with kind of a mullet look. Yeah, see what I mean? Don't worry about interrupting my train of thought. It's not a big deal. But this is the guy who went on that vacation. At this era, I was wearing Britannia and Izod Lacoste, little alligator shirts and stuff. I was trying to look GQ and hip. I had begun growing facial scruff. you can just see on my left side, right side of the screen, where I'm starting to get that widow's peak, right? I mean, I'm only like 16 years old here, and my widow's peak is already creeping up, right? So yeah, it's no wonder I went bald. I was starting to go bald early. So that's the kid who was on that vacation. Here I am again, about the same era. All right, this is the same kid. My hair is about the same. Yeah, but that is my VK's jacket, my VK's vest. I'm trying to look at that shirt to see what kind of shirt this is. I see of the. Anybody recognize that shirt? There's Uncle Sam. I had a bunch of great pins on this shirt, or this vest. That vest was my pride and joy. It disappeared when I left all of my crap behind and ran away. It's not a leather jacket under there. It's a black members only. This, I believe, it's either Brett's room or Kendra's room. And somebody's going to, from that era, somebody is going to have to chime in from that period there and let me know. With all of this heavy stuff here, I want to say it's Brett's room. I really do. But this wall paneling could be Kendra's room. I remember doing mushrooms or acid for the first time and laying down on Kendra's bed because I was just zooming. So I went into her room and laid down on her bed for a few minutes and stared up at these squares, and they were pulsating, like breathing. And then I looked over to the right next to her bed was this lamp and the statue. I think it was a lamp statue of Bullwinkle, the moose. And I'll be damned if Bullwinkle wasn't moving and actually mouthing words to me, right? That's what acid does, man. But I'm pretty sure that's the same period. All right, here's another good one of me in the day. I'm trying to get to a picture of Brett at some point, the guy whose mother took me on this awesome vacation, because I don't have any pictures of the vacation, but I want to show you who was there on this vacation. And let me just get to, where is Brett here? Oh, these are some great shots. They're all from my documentary, Hello, They Call Me Mike, or Hi, They Call Me Mike. So if you get a chance, watch that documentary. Come on, where are you, Brett? I know I saw you here in this file. Wait a second. I just read a really weird comment in the comments there. And the comment was, when did you last speak to James? Jacob, do you know James? I've seen the floor breathing on acid. Yeah. Okay, so there's Tracy and Troy. That is Brett's younger brother. He was on that vacation with us. Hi, Tracy. So there's that. Come on, where's Brett? I know Brett is in here in this file. All right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Maybe I passed it, right the fuck up. I don't know. Oh, that's right. Well, he's in another vacation photo, right? Totally. Yeah, I went on a couple of vacations with Brett and his mother, and it was phenomenal. I was a regular fixture in their house only because I was pretty much homeless from the age of 15. Oh no, he was a great friend. He's still a great guy. He just happens to live in another part of the country, right? Which is like most of the situations, you know. We get, you know, everybody spreads out, and all of a sudden they're not there anymore. No, James was an awesome guy, still an awesome guy. I think the last time I talked to him was, oh, I don't know, a few months ago or a year ago. It was either a few months ago when I was talking about the 2025 reunion, or a year ago when we were discussing possibly the loss of Brett. So yeah, in fact, I should really dig up a photo of Brett here really quick. And I don't know why. Here he is. There we go. Okay, so here is Brett. And so I was living with Brett and his mother and brother at the time that we went on this extra special favorite vacation. I went on a lot of vacations with my friends because we were poor, so I didn't live at home. At home we didn't do much. But this is Brett. He and his brother Troy and his mother Pam took us, me and Brett and Troy and James, on a vacation to Northern California, to the American River. And we went there because Pam had gotten this vacation package for whitewater rafting, right? So yeah, vacations and adventures. All of my vacations turned out to be adventures because, you know, I've always kind of looked at life as an adventure. I will always take a bag with me ready for an adventure. You know, ask my daughter, who's 19. She's like, oh man, are you really bringing that huge bag full of shit? We're just going out for a couple of hours. Yeah, but you never know. So yeah, so she gets this package for whitewater rafting, and I'm living in the house at the time. I'm going with her to work every day, taking an hour drive up into the city, and she would drop me off at my job, and then she'd go to work and then pick me up, and we'd come home, right? And that was that. And James went with us. James, I think at the time, he was either had just started working or was going to be working at Honda of Corona, I think. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, whitewater rafting is an adventure, especially for a bunch of kids. So I was probably 18 or 19 at this time. I think this adventure took place in '87, so I would have been about 18 or 19. Actually, I think it was right around that, 18 or 19 years old. I hadn't lived with my parents for more than a couple of months. Since I was 15, I was spending time living with friends' families around the town of Elsinore. You've been in Colorado, huh? Well, damn, I wish I did. That's an adventure there compared to, you know, the sparse adventures out here. So she gets this adventure package, and she says, you know, well, we're going, and she borrows this motorhome from her parents, really nice older motorhome, and we all pack into this motorhome and shoot off up north up the coast to go to the American River and go whitewater rafting, and it was phenomenal. Yeah, it was bitchin', and I remember that at the time I had this velour green. It was a dark green, but it was kind of vibrant because of the way the light hits velour, right? So really vibrant dark green velour, long smoking jacket with, sleeves, 3/4 sleeves and big deep pockets, double-breasted. It was just this, super kooky, and I used to just wear all of the weirdest shit. Since I was a kid, I shopped for most of my stuff at thrift stores. So I always had this weird taste in stuff, shiny white shoes, plaid pants, weird button-up shirts and stuff. But yeah, so I had this velour green smoking jacket, and on top of that, I was wearing like Izod Lacoste and Dickies and shit. It's just I was just a weird guy. I've always been. It's just the way I am, right? So we go up north and we get to up there by Placerville, and I'm like, we got to stop in Placerville because like I know this girl who just moved up there, Amy and Mika. Mika just moved up there, and I was like, well, I want to find her and see her and hang out. And the best I could do was get her on the phone and talk to her or somebody there. But we were right up there in Gold Country. Was that Sutter's Mill or whatever? And we went to this campground, and we stayed in the motorhome in this campground and went out onto the river for, I think it was just like a one-day adventure, right? So we camped, and then the next day we went out, we went down the river halfway, stopped and had lunch, and then went down the river the rest of the way, and then got the bus ride back up to the camp, hung out for the night, and so then at the end of the next day we took off and came back down the coast, picked up some hitchhikers from Europe in the motorhome, and they hung out with us for a couple of hours driving down the coast. It was an awesome adventure. She was off work. She was an oncologist nurse, so she had to really deal with a lot of heavy shit all the time. So we tried to make her off time as fun as possible, being kids. We were like, well, let's do this and let's do that. We're gonna have a bunch of people over. We're gonna have fun. And she was really cool. She was a single mom. She was really cute and sweet and attractive. And she was flirty and stuff. She was really neat to be around, and really neat to, hang out with. I enjoyed just hanging out with her. I've got some great pictures up on my picture board back here of her hanging out on the couch when I was living with them, just smoking a joint. Just hanging out, smoking a doob. Back in the day. Another vacation that she went on, that she took us on, was to Yosemite. At this time, my father had split up from my mother, and my father and Brett's mother were dating. And I thought it was the worst combination in the world. I yelled and screamed at my father and cried and begged for him not to date my friend's mother, because my family just had a horrible reputation for screwing shit up, and he did eventually. And I just knew that it was going to be the ruin of my relationship with Pam, and it was. But before the ruination of my relationship with Pam, we got to go on vacation, and I got working two computers here, and drinking coffee, and getting ready to pack a bong. Okay, so this is one of my second favorite vacations from the 80s. And this is me and Brett hanging out at Yosemite. We're wearing our Yosemite shirts. Of course, his is covered by his dirty army jacket. And that watch hanging off of his pocket there. I believe it was a watch. I've got my brand new Yosemite shirt on, and that button-up long sleeve shirt that I loved to wear because of the colors. I had this thing for wearing long sleeve shirts over short sleeves, mainly because I had a horrible physique. I was skinny and noodle-like, spaghetti-like, and so I always wore long sleeve shirts. And this is, you get a big close-up of all of us here. This is my guitar, my Kramer. This guitar underwent a lot of changes. It was black. It was all black at the beginning. And then I decided to get creative, as I always do. And I started painting it and adding it. This is his Pillsbury hat. And I believe that's his Yosemite shirt, yeah. Okay, that's a bottle opener. That's what that is. That is a bottle opener on a keychain. Because he liked to drink beer. There, I haven't shaved in a while, so I'm starting to get this peach fuzz beard. This is the first crazy old weird beardedness here. My hair looks really good. It's grown out considerably. His is shorter. His is still recovering from having been in juvenile hall. He was a year younger than me, and I think at 17 he had to go, 16 or 17, he had to go to juvenile hall for an automobile accident that we had when he wasn't supposed to be driving. And we took the Toyota pickup out into the Ortega Mountains, and he got into a car accident, and he was on probation, and it caused a whole bummer. And he had to, and he had to get in and pay for that. He had to pay for that, and that was a bummer. But we threw him this fantastic party. Okay, here's one. So here is a bunch of us in my van shortly after the Yosemite trip. In fact, this is the day after we got back from Yosemite, right here. And that is James here in the foreground. That is Brett wearing his Pillsbury hat. That is me with my guitar. And that is Emery before he was gone. And then this is my van, man. This is my van. Check out my cool carpet in my van. Bought that van for $950 and had it for a few years and lived in it off and on. I think I still owe the guy $50. Hey, hit me up and I'll pay you. Yeah, I love that van. I love that guitar. I'm wearing that same shirt. I'm wearing that same shirt and some nice 80s shorts. At this point, I'd been doing a lot of bicycling on a 10-speed and a mountain bike, so I had a lot of muscles in my legs. There's my Idol. I'm doing my Billy Idol impression there. There you can see I still had one of the moles there, and I've got one over here, but you can't see it. But I used to have these moles. I had them removed about 10 or 15 years ago. But for most of my life, I had these horrible-looking moles on my face that used to just bug the hell out of me. So eventually, I had them removed. I had one here and one here next to my ear. Yeah, that van carpet is really cool. The comments are getting here a little bit late in the video and the scheme of things, but I'm getting them because I'm watching the video on my phone in order to get the comments. I'm going through a streaming software thing, so I don't see comments live like I used to when I was doing this straight through YouTube. So things are a little different. But I do have you up on two screens, and every once in a while I can see, oh, look, there's a comment. But yeah, I love that. I love that carpet. That was, and you can see him, Brett, there sitting on the wood that's covering the battery. There's an engine compartment right next to him that has no cover on it. I have to reach down into the engine compartment next to me to shift it in and out of gear, and sometimes it'll slip into neutral, or I'll put it into reverse on accident. One of the favorite stories of El Dufo here in the foreground here, this dipshit. One of his favorite stories was when we were parked in front of Circle K with my rear end to the store, and I accidentally put it into reverse and accelerated up onto the curb in front of the store, and came inches away from shattering the giant pane of glass, right? That eventually it got busted from people making beer runs, right? But yeah, I almost took out the window of Circle K on Grand Avenue back in 1987 in my van, man. Yeah, that van had a lot of characters. A 1965 Ford Super Van, bright yellow, had a big little round windows in the back, had one of those vents that could pop open, and I could stand up. In fact, it was great to stand up through that vent when you were having a little bingity in the back there. Then you could stand up straight and perform, as it were. But yeah, it was like nothing in there. I would just throw in a bedroll, and that was it. That was all that was in the back of that van. So you could put anything in there. It was freaking awesome. I had that van for a few years, and then I sold it, and I got a Volkswagen bus. And I had that for a little while. I bought it really cheap because it had fried, the motor had fried and burned everything above the motor. So I bought it and rebuilt it from the little motor up, just rebuilt everything. Had to put a new wiring harness in the back. It was always just an ordeal. I finally got it working. It was a 1972 Volkswagen bus, and drove that for a little while. That was neat. I liked the smell of it. But I wound up getting into a little MGB and drove that for a while. I wish I'd have had one of these vans when I went homeless, because I went homeless again and in my 20s, and was living in an MGB in a tent, right? Yeah. Well, life was just so much fun. It was an adventure. I mean, everything's been an adventure. This freaking last weekend was an adventure. Going out to sushi, raising my daughter to grow up and graduate college and go to university. I mean, that's an adventure. It's all just an adventure. Lava lamp cam, lava lamp cam, lava lamp cam. It's in good form today. The spheres are looking good. I cannot abide cold coffee. I'm going to go warm this up. Well, there we go. Oh, look, all of the Saphirs have decided to dive. They're all resting now. Oh, here comes one. Here comes one. There she goes. There you go. Oh, holy hell. My dog drank too much water. Now she's going, yak it, yak it, yak it. She does that. She's got no control. She got no control. What do you expect? She got such a big face, you know? She's got such a big face. So let's see. The thing for this morning is that it's Monday. And on Monday we do movies, right? So what I decided to do this day, this Monday, is play for you. Well, it's a film we would have seen back in school, back in the 1970s or 80s. All right. So when I was in junior high and high school, we had teachers who were pretty much regular people, right? I mean, some of them were moms, some of them were dads, some of them were cool, some of them were not, but some of them were partiers, right? Some of them were partiers. And better manage my videos here. On occasion, well, on more than one occasion, on lots of occasions actually, we would come into class and the teacher would be just like visibly hungover, right? It's like, oh my God, no way. And they would be like, all right, everybody come in and sit down and shut up. All right, Johnny, get the windows. All right, you get the projector. All right, we're going to watch a movie. So everybody quiet. And then a few minutes later, the movie would start and we'd hear, right? Teacher would just be out. Done. Down for the count. And we would watch a movie. You know? So what I've decided to do today is go back to school and watch one of those movies. So I just turned it on, and we are gonna watch. We're gonna watch a movie from 1958. It's an educational film from 1958. Now this is a movie I actually saw in class. Yeah, tell me about it. It's either snow days, flood days, or hungover teacher days, right? Because you're in school, you got to go to school, but hey, at least the teacher ain't going to do anything because they're just, they're fucking gone, man. So we had a lot of hangover days. I am going to boot up this video that you can find on YouTube on my channel, right? And you can find it in the Monday Movie Memories playlist. So I'm playing it directly from my YouTube channel onto my YouTube channel here live. Because I can do that kind of stuff. So I am going to put on my headphones and sit here with you, and we are going to watch a film called Chevrolet Presents American Look, a tribute to men and women who design. 1958, from 16 millimeter film. All right, so this is a digitized copy of this film. Although I do have a projector here and some great education films that we will be watching later in the series. This one here I found and created this video and uploaded it to YouTube for our enjoyment. So, without further ado, and no more fanfare, I'm going to wait a second here. I'm going to make sure that my cloud is turned off so that I don't have any interruptions in my stream here. My live stream on both ends looks good, so let's do that. Let's start this movie. And this is from 1958, something that I saw in 1981, in the 7th grade. All right, so here we go. I'm going to be right here with you, people. There I am. I'm going to go down here, though. All right, I'm playing it. Sound. Johnny, get the lights. Draw the curtains.
In appreciation of the stylists of America, who work in lines, forms, and textures and colors to give to us beauty, charm, and elegance in the conveniences, comforts, and necessities of our daily living. As a tribute to men and women who design.
That's awesome stuff.
Through the arts and crafts of the American stylists, the things about us are made to express our own free spirits and desires for the colorful things that spell sheer fun.
And for capitalism. I'm probably going to be counting how many items I have that are in this movie. That's 8mm video film camera. I have that.
Improved styling constantly adds to the ease and grace and gaiety of American living. The things we have in America are ever changing. The studios and workshops of our stylists pour forth a never-ending flow of service and of artistry. Lines, planes, forms, and substances in colors. On come the developments of ideas, in pace with the emphatic decisions of the American people as to what they want, in the shapes of utility, and in the manner of their own ever-improving good taste. For our home life, the stylists are creating new expressions of utility, convenience, and beauty in the everyday things that serve us. Wondrous possessions which have new grace and glamour are offered the American people.
It's kind of an art movie. A lot of great cinematography and light.
Homes have more than new plans. They have new patterns for living, made attractive by luxurious interiors. Living space is enhanced by new materials and accented by subtleties of color selection.
modern kitchen. That's awesome.
By the way things look, as well as the way they perform, our homes acquire new grace, new glamour, new accommodations, expressing not only the American love of beauty, but also the basic freedom of the American people, which is the freedom of individual choice. In form, proportion, rhythm, and variety, the stylists leave their unmistakable marks on everyday conveniences in flowing lines and graceful shapes, which we as Americans may enjoy. Women and men alike are increasingly interested in the look of things. They eagerly give their attention to what's new and beautiful and advanced.
That place looks bitchin'.
Modern packaging does more than wrap and hold and conceal. Stunning in color, ingenious in design. It brings festivity to the marketplace, tempting, hinting, and revealing.
That's the end of Reel 1. There's Reel 2.
Those who dream and design are always contributing to our ways of work. Working situations benefit from a new kind of layout, bright, open, and inviting. The modern designer creates beauty through simplicity, bringing to active business a look of casualness, a look of luxury, combining to create a new look to American efficiency.
IBM, baby. That's a computer. Oh, here we go, a dictaphone. No, a dictaphone is not for that. But he dicked the phone. Holy hell, the guy dicked the phone. Pencil sharpener. Well, it's a good thing he didn't dick that. Oh, dude, is that for 45s? No, that's a recorder. Dude. Fucking awesome. Fax machine? Nice, an autotype. What the? Holy hell.
The designer's influence is reflected in our work, adding new style and new appeal to the variety of outdoor equipment that serves us in so many ways.
Look at that. Why haven't I seen one of those out in the desert? What? Oh, that's heavy. You know, that dude got cancer.
Engineering the shape and look of machines that change the shape and look of the land itself.
That's bitchin'. Caterpillar. Grader. play in those. Dude, don't show kids playing in those sprinklers because I'm going to get jealous. Where's the slip and slide?
There's a fresh look to fun in America today. Stylists have added new zest to recreation by bringing an exciting look to the large variety of things which make leisure hours more pleasurable.
The wings on the back of that thing, the fins. Oh, hell no. Couldn't get me in one of those little fuckers. The bathtub with a fucking sheet on a broomstick. What are they, at Disney's Jungle Cruise? What the hell? Oh, watch your head. Vegas or Palm Springs? I'm gonna say Florida. Palm Beach. Ooh. Is she gonna make funny faces? Oh, good. A glass boat. Probably acrylic. Hi, honey. I'm drowning. Help me. Help me. Help me. Better up. Softball. Ooh. Oh. Duffer. Oh, look at that. Is that a two-wheeler? What the hell? That's weird. Camping back in the 1950s, I guess. Shit. Hawaii? Oh, Waikiki. I don't know. You tell me, Waikiki. Playgrounds. What is that? A rotted out bowler? Oh, not the monkey cage. Bowling for dollars.
Modern fashion has the active look.
Active. Holy
The
hell.
casual look.
That's casual. She's wearing slacks, dude. Ooh. Nice.
The family at home is enjoying the convenience and the functional beauty of walls of glass.
Palm Springs.
Merging room with room. Blending inside with outside.
You can't do something like this without going to Palm Springs in the 50s. Every house looked like fucking weird. Right? Whoa. You see a lot of that out here. Palm Springs and out here in the desert. Crazy looking houses, man. What? Oh. It's a bloody doghouse. It's a doghouse. Does this work? I love that music. Oh yeah, bitchin'.
Modern American architecture has a boldness, a functional beauty.
It looks like out here.
The look of America expressed in materials old and new.
Wow. I think it's probably a church, eh, you think? Another one. Yeah, churches for a while there were just, man, you could just stare at one of those old churches for like days. Oh my gosh, no way. Is that art? Guy with a spray can. inches. They couldn't decide what it was going to look like. So they just took all the plans and kind of mushed them together. Yeah, that looks good. That's a ticket. Bitch, another church, I bet. Oh, airport. Was that LAX? The red brick and the white ivory, right? That's crazy looking. Gotta be a campus. Oh, that's awesome. That was probably tore down decades ago. Wow. And that's reel 2. This should be reel 3 here.
As the stylists surround our lives with functional forms of beauty, so they surround themselves in an atmosphere of aesthetic challenge. For the studio
Look at that
of design
bowl
is an
receptionist
inspiration
area.
in
That's
itself,
awesome.
where men and women representing a variety of talents join their efforts and materialize their dreams.
There should be a light fixture over the
To
top
give us
that
a
makes it
better
all look like a
understanding
sphere.
of the basic elements which go to make up the American look, let us look at an example of how styles and designs are created and developed. Working in an artistic atmosphere, men and women of taste and imagination come together to take on the task of creating a design which will express
Hi there, Bob. Hey
the
there, Joe.
American look.
I'm the boss. Everybody got to work. I'm his
To
boss.
every
Get to work, fucker.
stylist, engineer, draftsman,
I don't know where to
and
go.
clay modeler, as well as the specialists on color,
What are you doing
fabrics,
after work,
and
Marge?
metals.
I gotta go
The
home.
creation
Feed
of a
Harry.
new design is a complex process and a tremendous challenge worthy of their most exhaustive effort. And because the newest designs must be kept confidential until just the right moment, the stylists work in rooms
Authorized
that are
personnel
constantly
only.
locked.
Only.
And here the dream begins. As the basic concepts of the design problem are
Look at all
defined
those
and
guys.
outlined,
No women in there.
in the broadest
No.
terms, the objectives are
Only
stated
women are
and
allowed in the
clarified,
secretarial pool, right?
appraised and evaluated.
Jeez.
And thus, a design theme,
Admin.
an imaginative but practical goal, is established and agreed upon.
Yeah, the He-Men Woman Haters Club.
Now there is only the stylist's creativity, his courage to dream,
Right.
his knowledge and his experience.
To dream within the
Bring forth
confines
a
of his
beginning,
boss.
A starting point, a place of departure.
Departure.
And from such dream work of individual stylists, there emerge finally a number of concepts, which,
the hell
although
is
varying
that?
greatly in specific treatment,
The hell is
still
that?
conform to the established
It's a cufflink,
limits of the
dude.
overall design theme.
This dude is out there. So he's just drawing cool shapes and lighting and stuff. Because eventually it'll become an idea for something.
Now the choice narrows down
Like a
to
new
one
pipe.
or two concepts.
Yeah, look at this pipe.
Which combine the best styling features from all the other efforts. With the basic concept established,
Is that a
the
Pontiac?
design must now undergo an intensive period of
Pastels.
improvement, refinement, changes,
Yeah, I went
and
to graphic
revisions.
design school to learn how to use this crap.
Emerging at last as the culmination of ideas developed in many minds through many months.
Alright. Put that shit away. Draw like my kid. Holy hell, fucking crayons, really? You're fired!
The stylists convert the smaller sketches into full-sized renderings and line drawings which once again develop and refine the design theme. New dimensions now are added to line to translate the stylist's concept from drawings to full-bodied forms. To model the detailing of the finished design, a pliable material is needed.
Pliable.
And the form is sculptured into a faithful bodily expression
That's
of
my
the
taillights on my
full-size
trailer.
line drawing.
I don't want it. Let's cut it like bread. That looks like a 50s Chevy pickup, huh?
Contours are established and held true to the exactions of templates, which accurately transfer the dimensions for conforming surfaces.
Ah, wise guy, huh?
At the same time, the individual art
Chevrolet.
forms of decorations are sculptured in clay.
Oh, that's right. It's their production.
For a continuing development of the three-dimensional theme.
I knew they'd get their shit in here somewhere. Need to go outside, Bessie? All right, I'll let you outside.
Now, the dreams are presented for approval.
What is that, an Impala? Is that a 58, 56 Chevy Impala or something? My father drove a 56 Chevy Impala back in the 60s. I can let this dog out. I'll be right back.
Only a short step behind the exterior concept is the design theme of the interior
Look at all those
and its
colors.
concepts of complement in color.
Sherman Williams, look out.
Gosh golly. Look out there, Bubber. I'm turning this thing here. Smack you in the... Go, Bubber.
Textures must harmonize with colors. And fabrics must be durable as well as artistically compatible with the overall interior theme.
Ah, this color scheme sucks. Start over. Ooh, I used to have one of those. My father had this whole great set of graphic design stuff from his advertising days. One of those circle template things there. He had a bunch of those little green templates.
Gosh, that was
Each design concept, exterior as well as interior, is now translated from clay to plaster, from plaster to fiberglass.
Look at that.
Thus, the ideas, the concepts, and the dreams of the stylists come to life in the form of full-scale components modeled in fiberglass.
That's great.
To give us the blend of functional beauty, now comes the final transformation into metal, glass, fibers, and fabrics. Modern technology has supplied the American stylist with new materials of intriguing lightness and great strength.
Sure
The
there's a lot of Chevy in
distinguishing
this.
marks of the new American look are in art forms, in colors, and in the expressive changes of surface, which bring out the new textures and the interplay of materials. Designs in straight, delicate lines. Designs in graceful curves. Designs of strength without bulk. Beauty of function as well as beauty of form.
It's a Chevy. Okay, what kind of car is that, people? What is it?
Indoors or outdoors, wherever we go, or wherever we stay, now and in the future, we can all depend on the stylist to beautify everything we need. From the eye appeal and swift effectiveness of the smallest utensils in the kitchen of the future, to the serene grandeur of our glistening structures, the hand of the stylist is ever designing changes to improve our life of the future.
Oh, hell yeah. Damn. What a jet car. Oh, come on. That is super fucking smooth. Oh, come on, dude. It's got wings. A tail fin and a jet motor.
To the American stylist.
What happened to our future? We were supposed to be driving this shit.
Yes. Thanks to the men and women who design.
Yeah, thank you. That's righteous, man. That's the shit. Yeah, that movie right there, I remember seeing that in the 7th grade. It really got me hooked on drawing and design and lines and shape and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's really bitchin'. I dig those old 50s educational movies. Yeah. Directed by W.F. Baines. W.F. Baines. Ew. That's awesome sauce. Awesome sauce.
Yes. Hey there, Bubber.
So, that was pretty cool. Yeah, American look. The teacher is still passed out, so right now everybody in the class is trying to be real quiet so that the teacher doesn't wake up and we don't get homework before we leave, right? Because nobody wants homework from first period, from homeroom. No way. I mean, at this point, the teacher hasn't even taken roll because they were too hung over and they just wanted to start the movie. The plan was that he was going to get the movie started and then just look around the room and take roll, but he passed out. Now he's going to get up and find a new group of kids coming into the class, right? And he forgot to take roll for the first set of kids. Yep, I remember that. I remember that. Kids being marked present when they weren't even there because if you were there for first period, where were you the rest of the day? I wasn't there for first period. I wasn't there that day, but we've got you on first period. I don't know. What did they do that day? I don't know. I wasn't there that day. You know, and yet the first period teacher who forgot to take roll just marked everybody present because they were too hungover to even fucking take a mental image of who was in the classroom that day, right? Oh man, it's opened up some weird situations in school. Those Monday hangover days, or a Friday, where the teacher is like, "Man, I got the weekend on my mind, and I don't want to have to think about anything. So here, watch a movie, and then there'll be a quiz." You know. So there was a lot of that. We watched a lot of movies in school. This was one that I watched. So I'll be bringing you on Monday mornings not only the occasional student educational film, but also movies like the last three movies we watched: The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, The Day the Earth Moved with Jackie Cooper and Cleavon Little, and then the first one we watched was The Night of the Living Dead, the original 1968. So along with movies like that, we're going to be watching student education films, because these are the films that I grew up on. These are the things that I watched growing up. So that's pretty much what Mondays is about. Now Tuesdays, we are going to be doing, we're going to be doing, we have to cloud it. Okay, we have to open it up, right, and unpause it. And then we've got to open them all up so that they all open up, because I didn't cloud this stuff this morning. So Tuesdays, Totally Television Tuesdays. I would have more coffee. I'm still scatterbrained. I have a fantastic show picked out for Tuesday. Totally Television Tuesdays, right? Yeah. And that is the TV series that was short-lived but adapted from my daughter drew this graphic. She drew my first or my second season graphics, and these are my second season graphics. So I spruced them up a little, and I'm using them for my season 3 daily graphics. So the TV show that I have chosen for tomorrow is uploaded into the playlist, and it will be available tomorrow. The movie we just watched is now available in the Monday movie playlist. Tomorrow we are watching the TV show that was adapted from the movie Animal House, right? You guys remember that? Delta House? Remember that from 1979? Zero Mostel's son, Josh Mostel, and Stephen Furst, who played Flounder. The actor who played D-Day is in it. There's a whole host of people, and Dean Vernon is in there, the actual actor, reprising their roles, and it's like a continuation. It's the same school, it's the same fraternity, some of the same characters, but we've moved on, and Bolotowski is gone. A lot of the other characters have graduated and moved on, like they did in the movie, right? So in the movie they moved on. Well, in the TV show we've kind of picked up where the movie left off. It's the following school year. We still got people hanging around from the movie, and it's just really cool. So we're going to be watching that in the mañana on Totally Television Tuesdays. And then, of course, on Wednesday, we have Old Time Radio Wednesday, right? So we're going to be listening to some great shows that I have picked out for Old Time Radio Wednesday. And those shows are The Bickersons with Don Amici and Francis Langford as John and Blanche Bickerson. Captain Midnight, which is about a secret squadron during the early parts of World War II. So that's a great serialized show. So we'll listen to an episode of that. We'll listen to the first episode, the very first episode of the radio show Superman. Pardon me while I sneeze. Okay, I have sneezed. So we're going to listen to Superman, the very first episode, and we're going to listen to another episode of X-1. So that'll be totally bitchin' for Wednesday. Let me switch graphics here so I can talk about another day. And Throwback Thursdays. Now, that is a day where we do concerts. and events and things that kind of shaped my life, right? So this Throwback Thursday, we are going to 1995, and we are going to a Grateful Dead concert that my friend took me to. The second of a couple of concerts that he took me to. Some great stories around that. And that show is from Shoreline Amphitheater in Mountain View, California, from September, I'm going to say June 4th, 1995. Yeah, June 4th of 1995. That's when that show was. And a lot of great memories from that day. So I found the audio and created a video. It took me hours to create it and save it, and I have yet to upload it. But I will do so soon, and it will be available to view after Thursday morning's show. So things are bopping right along. And last but not least, on the weekly schedule is going to be Flashback Fridays. And Flashback Fridays is pretty much about, a lot of the stuff that we talk about on this channel, me, my past, history, that stuff. But Flashback Fridays is where I really get in depth, and we look at more pictures. We talk about the town history, Elsinore, California, and Temecula, Murietta, Fallbrook, Corona, Riverside, Hemet, Paris, the surrounding areas there where I grew up. And so we'll look at yearbooks and history books and family photos and photos scrounged off the internet and videos and whatever I can dig up. So there'll be a lot of that going on during Fridays. Also, starting Fridays, not this Friday, but Fridays soon, either this season, which is going to be about 30-some episodes, or next season, is going to be using the telephone. We are going to be using an actual telephone, all right, and using a phone with a curly cord, and we'll be dialing up people in the mornings and in the evenings to say,
"Hey man, you got any peaches for sale? You're the guy on Facebook that's got peaches for sale, right man?" "No, it's not you. You don't got the peaches?" "Okay, well, who's the guy with the peaches, man? Because I want to buy some peaches." "Are you sure you don't have peaches, man? Because, how much for a bag of peaches, man?" "You don't know?" "Oh, shit, man. You got anything for sale, man?"
So you could get a phone call. I'm going to have friends who watch the show give me phone numbers of their friends and family members they want me to call and surprise them. So we'll be doing stuff like that. So if you want to give me an idea and a phone number, I will call somebody for you and perform a live harassing phone call, right? And that's it. That's all you got to do, you know. I will write up copy so that I have a script to stick to in the case that it's something like a repeat, what you call it, sales marketing technician, right, calling you. Over the phone sales, right during dinner or breakfast or something, right? I don't have time for this shit. Or I'll just call you, you know, with some random excuse on why I need to talk to you. Otherwise, I'm open to suggestions on what people want me to harass their friends with, right? So that's what's going on this week. At some point, I will play the preview, the weekly programming. I've added a little bit to let you know that I'm here in the evenings. I'm here at 5 in the morning, and I'm here at 5 in the evening. In the evening, I'm bringing you nighttime nonsense and nostalgia. It'll be 1920s and 30s jazz and blues and country and comedy and old-time radio and stuff. Something pleasing to the ear. And it's a little different. It's unlike this show. It's more about entertainment than it is about me just going blah, 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 right? So that's one of those family shows where I don't sit here and do bong hits. If I do, I'm not on camera and you can't hear me. So while all of my shows are labeled not for children, I don't really do anything extreme. You know, it's my show is probably a very subdued version of a Cheech and Chong or That 70s Show or something. I mean, I'm not streaking. I'm not doing any hard drugs or anything. On occasion, I have a bong hit, you know. So the evening show, it's just about entertainment. So feel free to bring your young and old family members. They'll enjoy it. I'm kind of I spend most of my time in a small screen down at the bottom, right? Like that guy down there, nowhere. This guy down here, right? So I spend most of my time during that show being this guy down here, okay? And that's so that the focus is on the music and the entertainment that's happening. Nobody answered the trivia question from last week's Nighttime Nonsense and Nostalgia program. And I will be doing that again at some point this week and asking people to tell me live in the comments who is singing a particular song, right? Or who did what, or when, or where, or why. Just some kind of 1920s, 30s trivia. So be sure to play along. I don't think you're going to win anything other than a smile. And damn it, that better be good enough. Dang it. So let's see. While I sit here, I will drink my coffee, probably do a bong hit, and let you guys check out the weekly programming. Yeah. And I'm going to do that now. I'm going to turn on the sound. I am going to hit weekly programming. I'm going to turn it over to here because it's probably going to boot up without any, So that is Nighttime Nonsense and Nostalgia. I am going to really quick put up this screen and this screen, and I will be right back. Well, I apologize for running away from you so quickly and abruptly. My plan was to put on some music before I left, but jackpot bladder, right? All the coffee this morning caught up with me and said, "You got to go now, boy." So I did. I went. And my plan was, before I went, I was going to put on a preview of this evening's show. And, yeah, I picked out some more fantastic stuff. I'll go into my favorites list here and put on something here. You know, I picked out some new stuff. And I'm really happy and excited about bringing it to you this evening and this week. Let's see if I can find the one that I'm looking for. No. Alright, I'll go with my second choice here, and where's my second choice?
Oh my gosh.
Let's do this one, Mills Brothers. Right? So here's a preview of tonight's show.
I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal. And then the flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollies that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real-life girl. I guess I had $1 million or more. I guess I've played the dog game o'er and o'er. I just quarreled with Sue. That's why I'm blue. She's gone away and left me just like all dolls do. I'll tell you boys, it's tough to be alone. And it's tough to love a doll that's not your own. I'm through with all of them. I'll never fall again. Say, boy, what you gonna do? I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal. And then the flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollies that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real-life girl.
And that was Paper Doll by the Mills Brothers. Do we know when that song was? Do we? Do we? No, we don't. Hello? I'm going to say that was from probably 40 something. I'm going to say 48 or 50 something, right? I don't know. It's not here in the file. Usually I get a year, but not this time. All right, people, we have reached the time in the show where I must say goodbye, bid you a fond farewell until this evening. So I am going to get dressed and get ready to go to work and have some food and some energy. And I will be checking back with you, I'm going to say about 4:30, quarter after 4. I'll be back. And we will, do this whole nighttime nonsense and nostalgia thing. That'll be a lot of fun. I totally can't wait. I'm gonna play the morning closing sequence, and then follow it up with a little bit of music, because I hate to start the live stream too soon, because sometimes it cuts off the end of the show. So, g'day, mate, and I'll see you relatively early this evening. And until then, totally stay weird or something, okay? I will forego the sound of this stuff here. Thanks for joining me for the film, the educational film, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tonight. Yes, I will see you this evening. I will see you this evening. Love, peace, stay weird, be kind.
Crazy about your smile, free and easy style. You're a loving child, got a feeling for you. Woo, woo, like your turned up nose, like your these and those. From your head to toes, got a feeling for you. Did you ever see somebody who could love somebody much as I love you? You're the kind of sweet somebody who could love somebody. Could you love me too? Oh my, you're the one I crave. I could be your slave. Honey, let me rave. Got a feeling for you.
It's my show. I can do that. 1929. Got a Feeling for You from the High Hatters Society. That concludes our regularly scheduled broadcasting for this morning. Please join me this evening for nighttime nonsense and nostalgia. Until then, peace, love, and stay weird.